Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Washington Redskins. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Go now. 60 or. Gone. Showing it. Light. Fire.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 18-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Get in the weight room.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hey, watch the slant. Mike's 50.
They'll look to throw here. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Goff, a quick throw complete to Cooks. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
20. 5.
Mike 57. That's right, baby.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the Redskins' 1-yard line.
Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
He gets it to Cooks. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They're going to look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Jordan Reed has it. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. We'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spinning away. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Off in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Hey, 5. Hey, Charlie.
A shotgun snap for gone. He's letting it fly for Cook. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Down. 8-3.
They'll run on 1st down. Moore. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Hey, high 7, 5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And Reed with it over the middle. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 8.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Keep playing hard.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second. Got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that... Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. The 30. 10. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
6-6, pull it high.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. He'll rifle this one. That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, echo.
Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Malik Collins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Look at me, zipper.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Hey, Delta.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Throwing on third. Gone. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Flushed out right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Gurley. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tiger. Bravo.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Hey, exit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Reed. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the draw, they go to Geis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down by 10.
Hey, Haywood.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Check.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Rush in. Bristol, Travis.
Jim. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. It's a party now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Go Mike 50. Let him know.
And the blitz does come. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
We got 4. Mike 50.
Mike Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 3. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 52. Switch.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Seibert's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gurley again here on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Now Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A huge play that time for the Rams. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
50 seconds to Mike.
Value 3. Value 3.
Another carry now for Gurley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Hold on. Check. Go.
Don't get nervous. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
First down at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, it's Geis. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd
And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as the Redskins have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.